Hello students, today our topic is user-defined function. Last time we have discussed about the built-in functions that are predefined function and are developed by the developer of the language. They are already embedded in the program or in the language. But user-defined function are completely different from that. Let's proceed. So what user-defined function that are completely customized and defined by user, जिनको user खुद लिखता है, जो user define करता है. A user-defined function is completely defined and customized by the programmer to solve some problems. Functions that we write are called user-defined functions. User-defined functions return a single value and are generally used to perform an operation that will be needed numerous times in a program. So that is needed numerous times in a program means they are only for that part of program that is written and are not a long-term part of the language. They are specific for some program. वो पूरी language के लिए नहीं होते हैं. आप कोई भी program लिखें उसमें आप लोग built-in function use कर लेंगे, लेकिन user-defined function वहीं पे use होगा जिस program में वो लिखा होगा. So user-defined function is only used in that program and can be used many times in that program. User-defined functions. User can define the function with def-fn statement. The part of the basic defined only for the life of the given program and are not are part of language. I have told you earlier that are not a part of language. कि वो language का part नहीं होते. You cannot use that function on any other program. For any other program, you have to write again user-defined function. Each time you have to write again user-defined function, but they are in that sense different from built-in function. Built-in function can used anywhere, anytime in any program, but user-defined functions are specific for the life of the program, for the given program in which you are working on. Syntax of user-defined function is line number, def, fn, name, argument and expression. So def is to define the function name. After fn you will write the name of function and then you will give the arguments in the parentheses, what the values are and what the variables are going to use in that program, and then expression. Built-in functions are different from user-defined functions, but user-defined function is only exist for the life of the program. So in which first of all is the name of the function. You have to write the name of your function. आप खुद से function लिख रहे हैं user defined function तो आप इसका name भी खुद ही लिखेंगे. कोई भी name आप लोग alphabet में लिख सकते हैं. Name must be a valid variable name. This name preceded by fn become the name of function. So after def fn you will write the name of function. That def fn is the keyword or the syntax that is the result for that program, and argument consists of those variable names in the function definition that is to be replaced when the function is called. For example, you write x and y in the program. You are going to use x and y in the program, so we'll write x comma y in arguments. So arguments are written in the brackets or curly braces and are used in the life of program. You can replace the argument with their values. For example, x equal to 4 and y equal to 5. So meaning of argument is that argument consists of those variable names in the function definition that is to be replaced when the function is called. जब भी function call होगा आपको x और y की value तो put करनी पड़ेगी. So x और y की value replace हो जाएगी with their defined values. The terms in the list are separated by commas. For example, x comma y. So variable में जब argument में आप लोग variables को लिखेंगे तो वो comma से separate होंगे. Expression is an expression that performs the operation of the function. It is limited to single statement. इसके बाद expression आपका complete बन जाता है, जो complete show होता है. So user defined function may be numeric or string. इनमें that can be numeric or string. Both. Next one is a def-fn statement must be executed before the function it defines may be called. If a function is called before it has been defined, an undefined user function error occurs. अभी तक आपने फंक्शन को डिफाइन ही अगर नहीं किया, def fn यूज ही नहीं किया और फंक्शन को आप कॉल कर लेते हैं, तो फंक्शन तो बना ही नहीं हुआ जिसको आपने कॉल किया है. सो एरर आएगा. सो एरर डिस्प्ले होगा, एक मैसेज आएगा स्क्रीन पे दैट indicate you that you are going to calling a wrong name of function that does not exist in the memory. So you have to check for first before calling a function. फंक्शन का नाम कहीं पे भी लिखने से पहले आप उसको चेक करेंगे कि आपने फंक्शन पहले से बनाया है. अगर आप डेफ एफ एन स्टेटमेंट यूज करके फंक्शन का नेम लिखते हैं, उसके आर्गूमेंट्स लिखते हैं, उसके एक्सप्रेशन लिखते हैं, आपने फंक्शन बनाया है, उसके बाद आप फंक्शन को यूज करेंगे. बनाने से पहले आप फंक्शन को यूज कर लेंगे तो फिर वो एरर शो करेगा स्क्रीन पे. नेक्स्ट है जी अब सब रूटीन. Subroutine is a self-contained set of statements that can be used from anywhere in a program. The subroutine performs its specific task and then return control to the part of program that calls the subroutine. Subroutine में कुछ statements होती हैं जो execute होती हैं, that are self-contained set of statements that are executed, perform their task, अपना काम करती हैं, उसके बाद control और कमांड को कंट्रोल को ट्रांसफ़र कर देती हैं उस पार्ट ऑफ प्रोग्राम में जहाँ पे वो कॉल किया गया था. सो दैट आर गोइंग बैक टू दैट ऑफ पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम दैट कॉल देम, जिन्होंने उनको उस सब रूटीन को कॉल किया होता है, जिस फंक्शन ने, जिस प्रोग्राम के पार्ट ने, वो अपना काम करके वापस उसी पार्ट पे वापस चली जाती है. Go sub return and on go sub statement are used for subroutine. We will discuss it. So let's give me an example about it. For example, our function is def f of n of x y and equal to y power 3 plus y power 2 divided by y. So first of all, we enter two values, input, enter any two numbers that may be a or b. So after that, we have called the functions c equal to def of f of n of x a एंड डेफ ऑफ एन ऑफ एक्स बी. जब आप इसमें ए का फंक्शन कॉल करेंगे तो पूरा वहाँ पे y की जगह a की वैल्यू आ जाएगी, a पावर 3 प्लस a पावर 2 डिवाइड बाई a. और जब आप डेफ ऑफ एन ऑफ एक्स बी कॉल करेंगे तो y की जगह b की वैल्यू आ जाएगी और वो फंक्शन कॉल हो जाएगा. उसके बाद उसको वो ऐड करेगा, परफॉर्म करेगा कैलकुलेशन, उन दोनों फंक्शन का आंसर को ऐड करेगा एंड देन एट लास्ट दैट विल बी प्रिंट एंड गिव अस after run command.
Our first function is tab function. Tab function is to print at certain column position on the screen.
Go sub return statement. What is go sub return? In which two part of the subroutine is showing. One is go sub and second is return. So purpose of this subroutine is to branch mean to jump to. आप एक जगह से jump करते हैं and return from a subroutine. और जहाँ से jump किया आपने अपना काम किया और वापस आप इस part of program पे वापस आ गए हैं. A subroutine may be called any number of times in a program and a subroutine may be called from within another subroutine. Such nesting of subroutine is limited only by available memory. So these are the part of the program and after that आई हैव टोल्ड यू अर्लियर दैट सब रूटीन कॉल होती है, वो अपने आप को कॉल करती है, वो अपना काम परफॉर्म करती है, ये जो भी टास्क होता है वो परफॉर्म करके वापस उस पार्ट पे आ जाती है जिसने उसको कॉल किया होता है. एंड देन a return statement in a subroutine causes TW basic to return to the statement following the most recent go sub statement. More than one return statement can be used in the program. So should perform that task and will go return back to the part of program that call the subroutine. Subroutine can be appear anywhere in the program but must be readily distinguishable from the main program. To prevent inadvertent entries, precede the subroutine by a stop and or go to statement to direct the program control around the subroutine. As we know, there are lots of data in the computer, and data is inside the computer in the form of zeros and ones. So these are all stored in the form of files. So here are the brief concept of files. First of all, characters. Character consists of alphabets, digits, and special characters. These are represented inside the computer in the form of sequence of ones and zeros, and data fields are the group of related characters to have a unit of information. Data field can be is in the form of column. You can say it as a column. Data fields are columns. For example, a student name is his roll number are two different data fields, means two different columns. Students names different columns and roll numbers is the different column. And next one is record. Record is a group of related field is called a record. Complete record means complete information of one student. One row. Record means a row inside a file. In one row you have known about the student name, student father name, student phone number, student address, etc. And next one is program files. Program files are contain the program instructions, and data files contain the data and information for the programs. So in file handling, there are two types of files. One is sequential files, and second one is randomly accessed files. First of all, we will read about sequential files. Sequential access means the data is contained in the targeted file will be accessed in the order in which it is physically stored on the disk. For example, look at the example. If you want to access the 25th record within a file, records 1 to 24 must be accessed first in order to reach the 25th target record. So it is important to note that a file position pointer is used by a file point to the next record to be processed in the file. सिक्वेंशियल फाइल्स में आपको ये बताया गया है कि आपको 25th रिकॉर्ड को ओपन करने के लिए फर्स्ट 24 रिकॉर्ड सीक्वेंस में ओपन करने पड़ेंगे. 1 then 2 then 3 then 4 then 5 so on up to 24. Then you will be able to open the 25th record. And one more thing, that file position pointer that is also used in sequential files. सीक्वेंशियल फाइल्स में फाइल पोजीशन पॉइंटर यूज होता है जो कि पॉइंट करता है फर्स्ट रिकॉर्ड रीड करने के बाद सेकंड रिकॉर्ड की तरफ और फिर सेकंड रीड करने के बाद थर्ड रिकॉर्ड की तरफ. Then there are random access files. Random access allows the programmer to directly access a specific record within the particular file. This obviously makes the search for a record contained in a file extremely faster than sequential access. So example of random file is you can directly access the 25th record in a file. There are two types of files in file handling. One is random file and second one sequential. In random file, you can randomly open the record 25th, for example. and it is extremely faster. And in sequential file you have to open all the records one by one sequence up to 24th record, and for example you have to open the 25th record, so first 24 must be open to reach to the 25th. In next lecture we will discuss the all the opening, writing, reading, closing in sequential as well in random files. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can find me at mavishtaira@gmail.com, and you can also comment me in this video.